Alrighty. I guess I need my glasses. You know, I went to the doctor and she told me I had presbyopia. I said, that's impossible, I'm Lutheran, but still. She gave me the bifocals. Okay, next up, here comes a second-term veteran. He's representing the Bethel-Dinabo district of Eugene. He recently turned 30. His gray hair count is 8. He's 5'6", weighing in at 160 pounds. Give it up for Mike Schwab.
All right, here goes nothing. Ah, crap, I already forgot what I was going to say. They said now that I turned 30, this is the kind of thing that'll happen. Let me check my notes. All right. Hello. How are you guys doing tonight? It's great to see all the beautiful people in the crowd. And the ugly people. Of course, I'm kidding. It's never good to see ugly people. Alright, so this is the second time I've taken this class. And you guys might be thinking, what happened? You failed last time? But negative. Thing is, last time I graduated, then I went out in the private sector looking for work. Couldn't find a job. Damn economy. I figured taking it as a graduate level course should make me more competitive. That's not the only reason I retook the class. Another reason is it's nice. I found that people in class tell me my jokes suck in a much more supportive way. It's a hell of a lot better than Diablo's. Last time I was there, I bombed so bad they yanked me out of there and called me the Nagasaki Man. Hey, Mushroom Cloud dude, you gonna do some of that stand-up crap again? Alright. Last reason I took the class is I was able to convince my parole officer that doing stand-up comedy should count toward community service. Hey, between that and my work at Chippendales, I'm gonna be set. Now, speaking of stripping, I grew up Catholic. I was never really that into it, though. It wasn't until I was about 18 that I felt like I was finally saved from being a Catholic. I thank God every day for rescuing me from that religion. I was never really into the traditions of the church, like communion, because the body of Christ had way too many carbs. Said, you guys need to post nutritional information on the body of Christ. And you can't list Jesus as the only ingredient. Another thing that was weird about it is that it seemed like we were always moving. Like we were sitting, standing, kneeling. I found out that all this motion was really important to combat the biggest challenge of Mass. Staying awake. For me, that was a lost battle most of the time. You guys know what I'm talking about with that head bob thing? I get that all the time. Falling asleep, you know what I mean? It made sense when a doctor was checking out my neck the other day and said, Mike, you grew up Catholic, didn't you? I confronted the priest about that and said, hey, Father, I know we need to deal with the sleeping issue. He said, what? I said, headrests. Our necks aren't getting the support they need. Those are my favorite responses. Surprisingly, he didn't like that. And it wasn't the only recommendation that he turned down. In fact, here are my top 4 recommendations that he, for some reason, said no to. Number 4, how about serving the body of Christ in the form of chicken wings and pepperoni pizza? I'm telling you, kids would love Body of Christ parties over at Chuck E. Cheese's. Number 3, how about options for the blood of Christ? You know, you can choose from Pinot Noir, Sauvignon, or Merlot. After Mass, you could have blood of Christ tastings. Number 2, no more boring homilies. Start stand-up comedy homilies. You guys have to help me out here. Here's an idea. God is so powerful. You guys got it. My last recommendation, I don't know why he didn't like this one. I said, how about this? You need to put a sign out front that says, "This is a molestation-free zone." There it was. That's great. Good night, everybody. Where was that? Enough about that. So, I was thinking the other day how my life has become too complicated these days. I like to reflect on a simpler time. The last time my life was really good. Yeah, I miss the good old days of being an embryo. Wasn't that such a great start at life? Like, no burdens, no responsibilities. Then what happened? Became a fetus. I don't know about you guys, but for me, being a fetus sucked. Boy, did it suck. It's like way too cramped, boring as hell, and worst of all, shitty cell phone reception. When you go to get your unborn baby a cell phone plan, do not go through AT&T. You get like 1 bar on a good day. Anyway, I finally busted out of there, and as you can tell from my elbows, I was born in the Philippines. I'm sure that's the first thing you thought when you saw my elbow. Anyway, now, jumping ahead, I don't really remember what happened between when I was born and preschool. It must have been all the weed. Preschool was weird for me, because I was good at some things, but I sucked at others. For example, I was good enough to test out of blocks. But man, I couldn't pass finger painting to save my life. I just could never express myself through that medium. Skip that one. Skipping ahead. I don't like the direction of that joke. Kindergarten. Now, kindergarten, I did well in kindergarten. How well, you say?
How well?
So well, I was class valedictorian.
Woo!
I'd like to bring back my graduation speech. You guys don't mind. Boys and girls at the graduating kindergarten class. We went through some hard times this year, didn't we? There were moments of frustration, trying to figure out if it was red or orange, green or blue. What number comes after 5? And trying to understand that elemental isn't actually one letter. But did we give up? No. We're not like those schmucks over at Great Start Elementary. Those guys are going nowhere. I'll leave you with this. This isn't the end, kids. This is only the beginning. Next year they're talking about first grade, and from what they're saying, first grade's gonna be a bitch. All right, one more thing I want to leave you guys with is a little part of a poem about Eugene that I've been writing. If you guys don't mind a little poetry. So here it goes. It's a poem about Eugene. I couldn't think of a good title, but I did once I listened to my heart. It's called A Poem About Eugene. And this is where I start. By the way, I meant to mention that about 2.5 years ago, I decided I wanted a big move. I wanted to move outside of the country. So I packed my shit up and I moved to Eugene. Back to the poem. So when I got here, I was thinking, man, did I experience spaceflight? Looked around like, holy honky, this town is white. I went to an M's baseball game where I saw a nice catch. Freaking Eugene. Everyone was doing yoga at the 7th inning stretch. I would like to see them do that. I went over to the Springfield Mall. I was thinking, this place kind of smells like butt. They call it the Gateway Mall. I'm like, man, gateway to what? Seems like the rivalry around here is crazy, you know? Get away from me, I'm a beaver, you're a duck. If I was a student, I wouldn't give a flying finish up the end is telling me.